The near future. You should be familiar with the idea of present tense in French, but if you're not, I will refer you to lesson 3 of the intermediate course, where some of the grammatical concepts I'm going to use today are explained thoroughly, which might help with your understanding of the near future. So we're not talking about the present and we're not talking about the past. We are focusing on the future. Now the future can be divided into two types. One that's quite distant, when I'm going to say I will do something in 5 years' time. And there's another future that we consider being a bit closer to us or closer to the present, nearer the present. And this is when I'm using this phrase, I'm going to do something. It feels closer in time than to say I will. This is why we call it the near future. The near future because it's simply a bit nearer to the present than the other future, the simple future. A little reminder that's very important. The concept of infinitive verb is key to understanding how verbs work. So I'll just remind you that an infinitive verb is a verb that is not conjugated, which means that we don't know who does the action, we don't know when the action takes place. For example, in English, to do, to go, to eat. The only thing we know is the nature of the action. And in French, infinitive verbs end in either in er, ir, or re. So you must wonder, why is she showing us something about the present tense of the verb aller when we're learning about the future? Well, it's simple. We are going to need it. So let's practice again. The verb aller in the present tense goes like this. Je vais, tu vas, il va, elle va, on va, nous allons, vous allez, ils vont, elles vont. And for the translation, remember, it can mean both I go or I'm going. If you want to practice the verb aller, I explained everything in my previous lesson, so if you want to have a look at it, feel free. So let's get back to the future, no pun intended. Let's take a sentence. I'm going to visit Paris. I must tell you it's quite easy to use the near future in French because you need to break things down, and it goes like this. You have the first part, which is I'm going, and to translate this in French we're going to use the present tense of the verb aller, to go, and it goes like this, je vais. The second part is the infinitive verb to visit, and in French is going to be visiter. Er at the end because it's an infinitive verb. And I just finished my sentence about what I'm going to visit, which is Paris. So we need on the one hand the present tense of the verb aller and then an infinitive verb to form the near future. Let's practice together using the verb aller in the present tense on the left and the list of infinitive phrases on the right. If I want to translate this sentence, my sister is going to watch a movie. I need to find the correct form of the verb aller. Now I know my sister is she, so it's going to be elle. And then I need the correct infinitive phrase. So I'm going to put everything together and I'm going to say Ma sœur va regarder un film. We are going to book a table. We are going is nous allons. To book a table is réserver une table. So the answer is nous allons réserver une table. My parents are going to go on a cruise. My parents is they, therefore it's going to be ils, ILS. And then go on a cruise is faire une croisière. So put it together. Mes parents vont faire une croisière. We family are going to eat pizza. Remember that to say we, there's two ways in French, either on, which is a familiar form, very common form, and nous, which is the formal form. So let's put everything together again. On va manger une pizza. I'm going to drink coffee. Je vais boire un café. So you, one person, and I didn't specify, but I want you, one person, familiar, not formal, are going to see the concert. Tu vas voir le concert. If on the other side I want to say that I'm not going to do something, for example, I'm not going to visit Paris, we need to use the negative form in French, which means we're going to put ne before the conjugated verb, the verb aller in the present tense, and pas after. Je ne vais pas visiter Paris. If we look at the whole verb, it's like this. Je ne vais pas, tu ne vas pas, il ne va pas, elle ne va pas, on ne va pas, nous n'allons pas, an apostrophe because of the A of allons, which is a vowel. The same with vous n'allez pas, ils ne vont pas, elles ne vont pas. And of course, in English, we have the negative translation as well. I'm not going, etc. All you have to do now is to add an infinitive verb for the future. Je ne vais pas aller en Espagne. I'm not going to go to Spain. Tu ne vas pas regarder un film. You are not going to watch a film, etc. Final little task for you. Liste d'activités pour demain. List of activities for tomorrow. In the table you have different people. Moi, ma sœur, mes parents, on, nous. On the row with a green tick, we have activities that they are going to do. And in the row with the red cross, we have activities that they are not going to do. You need to fill in the gaps with the correct form of the verb in the future tense. You can pause the video now if you want to write down your answers, or you can work out the answers as we go along. It's up to you. In any case, c'est parti. Numéro 1. Moi, je vais visiter la ville, mais je ne vais pas aller au musée. Numéro 3. Ma sœur va aller à la plage, mais elle, numéro 4, elle ne va pas sortir le soir. Next, mes parents vont faire une promenade, mais ils ne vont pas voir le concert. Numéro 7, on va manger au restaurant, mais on ne va pas rester à l'hôtel. Numéro 9, nous allons nager, mais nous n'allons pas jouer au golf. Félicitations, you have completed lesson 7. I've left for you a few suggested follow-up tasks, especially memorizing the verb aller, which is a key irregular verb in French and is well worth knowing. But in the meantime, all I have to say is au revoir et à bientôt for lesson number 8.